At this time, we're joined by Sporting Kansas City defender Justin Reynolds. Quick reminder from media to use the raise hand function if they'd like to be placed into the queue. First question will go to Daniel Sperry with the Kansas City Star. Daniel, your line is open.
Hey, Justin, I know a frustrating result today. Just what can you say about how much that early goal changed things for you guys?
It was like we just weren't up until they scored. It's bad. We need to get hit in the face before we start playing, and this is something that we just can't have, so it destroyed our morals. You can see that from the next couple minutes that we're kind of like scared to play, and that's something that we just can't have during the game. So yeah.
I know for you personally, the injury had to have been frustrating, especially in the first match of the year. But just what's it been like over the last few weeks to kind of get back in the mix for you, and how did you feel today?
We have a great training staff, so they helped me progress back smoothly. I was happy working with them, and I'm grateful to them for all that, and I'm grateful for God for giving me strength to just play. It felt nice to be back, of course, And like you said, it's disappointing that that was the result and the way it went. But, of course, it's always going to be nice coming back in, finally playing again. So, yeah, I'm happy to play, of course, but it's disappointing.
The second half, it seemed like you guys the game opened up. You guys were on the front foot a lot and had a couple of spells of really good pressure. I know you had a chance. What was the difference in the second half, do you think?
It just felt like we just came out with more pride, to be honest. We didn't look as scared. We didn't look as scared as the first half. Something switched and we decided that we wanted to win. And, of course, that's nice to have, but you got to have that from the first half. But, yeah, we came out second half better. Not good enough still, but better for sure. And just got to start every game, though.
Had a question submitted via Q&A by Walfrey Rodas with La Semana del Sur. Walfrey's question is, what can the defense do differently in the next game?
The defense we can do differently, just winning the ball more. Like, we have to, and not to say that in like a sarcastic or demeaning way to you for the question, but genuinely win the ball. We have to be more aggressive. We gotta be on them. It feels like we're not sticking it on them at all. We don't feel like they're scared of us to play. We let them do these fancy things, and we're not making it hard for them. We have to be more aggressive, win the ball, of course, like I said, but also get on them, let them know we're there.
On a positive note, Justin, you get your first career MLS assist today. Can you talk a little bit about the goal?
Yeah, of course, it's nice, personal achievement, but it's not. I'm gonna be proud to get my first assist, but I'm not happy. I guess I think team result comes first. The play, obviously, we made a good connection. Jake, Manu. Of course, you trust Decky in those situations to put it away. But yeah, so it's nice, something that I'll remember, but the result and the team comes first before that.
Justin, thank you very much for the time this evening.
Yeah, thank you.
At this time, we're joined by Sporting Kansas City head coach Raphaël Wicky. Quick reminder from media to use the raise hand function if you'd like to be placed into the queue to ask a question. Our first two questions were submitted by Daniel Sperry with the Kansas City Star. His first question is, how much the early goal changed your game plan for today's match?
That's a good question. How much? I don't think it changed the game plan. The question is how much that early goal took the confidence away of the players. I cannot give you the answer to that, but it looked after that a lot of players were with a lack of confidence, didn't really want the ball, or were struggling a lot with the ball and being very nervous when they had the ball. And throughout the full first half, we gave so many balls away, easy balls in our own half, which leads to big chances. And I cannot tell you if that was the early goal, but it is impossible to win a football game if we continue doing as many mistakes as we do, or as we did in first half. Got a little bit better in the second half, but overall that's just the reality, and that's just today by far not good enough to win an MLS game.
Daniel's second question: does the team seem much more on the front foot in the second half as the game opened up? How do you try to find a balance between defensive organization and the team's attack?
Yeah, it's always when you're then losing, you try to chase, you open up a little bit. That's the fine balance to find. I think the game was definitely better in second half, where we played better. We then had to make some subs. We knew that Justin and Ian will be subbed out at minute 60, so we also knew that we'd probably then go in a different shape. I think the different shape was fine, but I don't think today was a shape structure either. It's back 3 or back 4. But then you chase because you're losing, and obviously that's the risk that then you open up. And we knew that the opposition team has very fast, athletic players as well. So that's a fine balance to find. How long do you stick with maybe being a little bit less on the front foot and not opening up and trying to come back to 1-1 like that, and how much do you open up?
Our next question was submitted by Wilfried Rodas with La Semana del Sur. His question is: what can you see that the team needs to work on in future games to change the performances and start winning?
I mean, if we just take the performance from today, from the first half, like I said, and that's the reality, and the players know that. This was not good enough. We gave away way too many balls in our own half, out of no pressure, out of no reason. I think that we have to start with that. And I think that is something we talk with the players, not only since we're not only going to talk today about that, because we struggled with that in the past as well. We're giving away too many easy chances, bringing then momentum to the other team, and I think that is something we really have to change, and we'll work on that.
Last question is from Daniel Sperry. His question is: what did you think of Diego Borges' debut?
Yeah, actually, I think that's a positive from today. I think Diego came in well. It's not easy to come in. He didn't train a long time with us. He doesn't know the league, but actually, I think Diego had an interesting performance, an interesting game in the second half, and so that is for sure something we take out a positive of this game.
Rafa, thank you very much for the time tonight.
Thank you.